Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So this week we are making some turtles out of Sculpey. I have a special guest with me this week. It is the little human, and she has been practicing loads since Christmas, and we are going to make a turtle together.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm using Sculpey 3 and I'm using purple and yellow. What are you using?
Bake Shop.
Bake Shop, which is by Sculpey.
And I'm using turquoise and pink.
Yeah. So Bake Shop is by Sculpey, but it's just a little easier for it to condition, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is make the shell. So I'm going to do mine out of purple.
I'm going to use mine out of turquoise.
Okay. So I've already cut a little piece, just like that, out using my rubbish tools. I've
got a sharp tool.
Yeah.
So my tool's a bit better.
We're both using exactly the same tools, but mine are rubbish, whereas little humans are actually really good. But she won't let me have them.
No.
Because, she's mean. But
take that back.
So I'm just going to cut that bit off there, and then I'm going to break it up into little bits like this. Because what do we have to do with clay before you can shape it? Can you remember what it's called?
You have to condition it.
That's it. Well done. So I'm going to have a good old mix it all up together, and then you just kind of just play with it a little bit and just make it so it feels nice and soft.
Because if you use it and don't mix it, then you'll have a hard base.
That's right. It won't.
And it'll make it harder to.
That's exactly right. Makes it harder to move and manipulate. Manipulate. Can't believe Granddad's letting us do this without any supervision.
Yeah, because I don't know what to do.
Do you know what we should do?
What?
We should hide all his clay and say, we've made loads of things.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good prank.
That would be very funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but then is he really going to believe us? Because we only know how to make 3 things.
We know how to make more than 3 things. We're just making 3 things today.
Yeah, so he already knows that we're making 3 things today. So.
But we could say, we made them a bit bigger than we planned.
Oh, yeah. And then we could say we used all of your colours by accident. And then he will come up to check. Yeah.
I'm going to make like a sausage shape worm, I think.
Yeah.
And then I think I am going to just trim a little tiny bit off, I reckon. So it's about, I'm going to make it about that size, I think. So that's the sort of size that I'm going to go with.
The shell?
Yeah, this is for the shell.
Because it needs to be smooth. And if you do what I did and folded it, then you could just blend it together.
So what I did is I put it into a ball like that. Or I think you do that, don't you?
Yeah.
You find that easier.
But you can do whatever you find easier.
Absolutely. Yeah? And then when you're happy, what I did is I squished it like that a little bit and then just rolled it back to forward. So it became kind of a sausage shape like that. Yeah?
A bit like that?
Yeah, and when you're happy, what I do is I take my thumb and I just...
Thumbs up?
I put it on my hand like that, and then I just push my thumb in so it kind of curls, and then I sort of shape it over my thumb like that. And then if you push your fingers down, sort of like that, you get kind of a shell pattern at the same time, which is
kind of helpful.
Yeah, I think that might be sort of a bit helpful moving forward.
This is my shell.
have a look. That's cool. That's really cool. You happy with it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, the good thing about clay is if like you do something else and then you think, oh, actually it's not quite what I like, you can just
restart.
Absolutely.
And kind of like you don't need to worry about making mistakes, because if you're like a starter or something, then
yeah.
So
yeah. Right. So
I think we should make the patterns on it. I mean, you've already got kind of like a pattern, but turtles have like a pattern.
They do. So I think what we'll do is, like you say, we'll do the pattern. That's a really good idea. What tool are you using?
I think I'm going to use this tool.
You're going to use that one, okay. I'm going to use this one because that's about the closest to yours. So what? It's like a hexagon, isn't it? In the centre.
Well, I'm not really doing a hexagon because
you can do whatever pattern you like.
Yeah, because if you see most turtles, they don't always have the same pattern.
That's true.
So it's like an odd turtle.
You're making an odd turtle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it can be odd to different turtles, because I'm not sure most turtles have this pattern, so...
Okay. I might actually use this one, the silicone one. I think that might just be a bit more, just a bit softer.
This is mine pattern that I decided.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. That's good. You were really quick as well. You're much quicker than Grandma. I think that's because you're probably a bit better at clay than Grandma, to be fair. Grandma doesn't.
I don't know how, because I'm just a starter at clay. I mean, I've made a few things, but you have been doing it for much longer.
Yeah, but I don't tend to do a lot of clay. I want to do more though, because it is really fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's really good that you like clay, because it's good fun. Right. I think that's going to be my pattern.
Okay.
I think I can always like jiggle around with it in a little bit, but I think that's kind of my base pattern. I think. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Right. Okay. So I think the next thing is we need a long worm, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put our shell to the side.
Yep.
For a moment.
Yeah, and I'm going to chop a little bit of this. So I'm just going to maybe have about that much. That's looking cool. So I'm going to have about that much of the turquoise. Yeah. And then I'm going to, luckily this is a bit of
the shell still.
Yep, we're still on the shell, but this is a bit to go on the shell. So I'm just going to
trim it a corner off. Not that much.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna make it into
you need to
worm.
Yeah, we need to play with it a little bit. Yeah. Okay. And then when you're happy that bit's conditioned, we make it into a little worm. And it just needs to be long enough to sort of go around the bottom of the shell, I think. Okay. Do you want me to get you a little thing that you can put over the top to make it a bit easier for you to roll?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. I will be right back. I'm just going to get it out the drawer over here. I think it's in here. Might not be. Oh, no, it's not. I remember where I put it. Ouch. I remember where I put it now. It was in the safe place.
Yeah, which is quite weird because you never remember what the safe place is.
I've named it. Look, it says safe place.
Oh.
I put a label on it. Cool. So I use these for stamps, but they would be quite handy to probably that one or that one. If I give you those two, yeah, you can use them as you need to, yeah?
Yep. Now I've made a perfect one, but it needs to be big enough to wrap around your shell.
Yes.
So not too big, not too small. Really.
So it just goes around.
I need to make it a bit longer. Right.
Oh yeah, mine's not long enough either.
Okay, I'm finished.
Are you done?
Yep.
You're ahead of me now. I made my worm too small.
Cool. I did at first.
But that's okay.
I'm gonna kind of go around with my finger. But actually I'm gonna use this tool and try and just blend it in. Like that, all around.
Perfect. And then, yeah, we use that little tool to blend it in.
It's a really good tool. You could also use this tool for patterns, but I find it easier if you use a sharp tool.
Yeah, I use this one for the patterns. I just found it a little bit easier.
Yep, everyone has different ways of doing things.
And there's no right way and wrong way.
No. There's no wrong way or
because
right
it's
way, because it's
creative.
Yeah, it's creative, and everyone has their own way to be creative. So
that's exactly right. And it's more about enjoying the process, isn't it? It's not always about the final thing. It's about the process itself, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about the process, and if you don't like it, then for example, what I mean is, like, if you ask someone if they like it or not, and if they say yeah, if they say no, then you shouldn't get upset about it, because it only matters if you like it.
But it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's like crisps.
Yeah.
I don't like salt and vinegar crisps. I think they are disgusting.
I like salt and vinegar crisps.
You like salt and vinegar crisps, and Grandad loves salt and vinegar crisps. If we all like the same crisps, the world would be a very boring place, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because
you'd only be able to get salt and vinegar crisps.
Yeah.
Whereas because I don't like salt and vinegar, you can get cheese and onion too, which is, that's the crisps you want. What? Words of wisdom from Grandma. Come on, this is priceless. In 50 years, you'll be there going, I've got a thing about crisps that I remember vaguely and I don't know why. This is why. Right. And if YouTube is still around, you'll be able to go on there and go, look, see, there you go, crisps. Right. Have you done your wormy dealy at the bottom?
Yep.
Cool.
And what I've done is I've just blended it in a bit.
That's very good. I like that. That's really good.
See, ours is different because you're making a big one and I'm making a small one.
I think that's because I've got a bigger thumb.
Probably. And you're making paddleboard and I'm making
my thumb's a bit bigger. Look, thumbs. Difference in thumbs. Right. So, what do we need to do next? So we've done that bit. So we have to blend it. Oh, have you blended it there as well?
Blended it in the top.
Blended it on the underneath.
Underneath.
So here.
I need to do that now.
Yeah, we need to do that now.
Make sure you don't ruin the pattern on the top bit. Very gentle, because otherwise you might damage it.
The concentration in this room is
very strong.
Very It is. Okay. How are you doing?
Good.
Good, good.
I'm still doing it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Granddad, I don't know how Granddad does it, but he's just like, he just goes, and he's done it. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Let's not tell him though.
I think he'll know.
No, he won't know. He'll never know. We like to tease Granddad. It's much more fun.
Do we?
I do. It's fun.
I think last night we teased you.
Oh, yeah. You did a little bit.
We like teasing you.
I know.
I'm just going to trim mine a bit.
Oh.
Because I don't know what's happened. It's just decided to grow. Because it was that big. So it's just decided to grow.
Okay.
So I think we're done.
Okay.
The shell, but we've got a bit more to it.
Okay. So, I think we probably need to bake it now, don't we?
What?
I think we need to bake those, don't we? What do you think?
Bake the shell?
Yeah.
We put it in the oven now?
Yeah.
I would probably do it once we've
finished the whole thing.
Yeah, because.
Okay. Well, should we do the legs then?
Yes.
Okay. So to do the legs, I think I'm going to do yellow legs. So I'm going to move my purple to there.
I don't really want to do pink legs.
That's fine. You can do.
I'm going to get my orange.
Oh, okay. That's going to look. That's nice.
And it's also from Bake Shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to get some scissors to open it. I only need a tiny bit of this.
While you're doing that, I'm going to chop a bit of my yellow off and I'm going to start conditioning it.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I'm just going to break it off. Actually easier than trying to use this knife.
Well.
But it doesn't, it literally does.
My cuts.
I think that I'm going to have to get realistic about these tools and maybe just get some like yours. Okay. I think I'm going to get some like yours. Because they are very good.
So now I'm just going to fiddle with it.
Conditioning it.
Yep.
Fiddle with it. Well, there's an expression.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure at the end it will be really good. Especially since none of us have ever, we haven't made a turtle before.
No. No, I've never made a turtle.
Blending in with the blue.
Oh, do you want to go and wash your hands?
Yeah.
And get the blue off. That's actually quite nice though, because you get a bit of a marble effect in it.
But I do like the fact it's got a marbly effect.
It's got like a little marble effect.
From the little bit of blue. I like that effect.
It's really cool.
I wasn't expecting it. I was just expecting orange. But you know what? Now we're doing a marble effect.
It's very cool. So.
I think I cut a bit too much orange. Okay. So I'm going to use my knife.
So I made a long worm and then I cut it into half and then I cut the halves into halves, which makes
2 halves. No, not. Oh.
So I cut the halves into half. I cut the whole into a half and then I cut those halves into, what do we call them?
4 halves.
Quarters.
4 quarters.
That's it. Grandma probably didn't ask that question very well.
No, I was like, what?
Sorry. It's just Grandma. But you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually. A bit like normal.
Yeah, and now we've got to cut it into 4 parts.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I probably need that last one a bit bigger.
That's okay. Just squish it all back up into a ball.
Then I can try again.
And then do it again.
My shelf. Ow. Okay, so maybe that could be 1.
So if you go into the middle of it, you take your worm,
maybe like that,
and then chop it in half first. That's it, and then take that and chop that in half. That's it.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's a bit. I find that a bit easier when I do it that way.
Because now
they're pretty much equal.
Yeah.
And then I think you have to make it into each one into a little ball. So that looks more like a lemon than a ball. Ooh.
Wait, I just noticed something.
What?
Yellow and orange are the perfect combination, and you're doing yellow and I'm doing orange.
That's very true. Perfect.
And 4.
4 perfect balls. So then what we need to do is pretty much take one ball and then put your finger just there and just gently roll it so it becomes like a sausage shape. So we don't want a worm, we want a sausage.
So a bit like that.
That's it.
It's like a pot.
Yeah, that's it. And then you want it to actually, if we kind of, let me make that just a tiny bit longer. So we have it, so it's like that, yeah? No, it doesn't go like that. This is the legs.
Oh, yeah.
That's not his head, this is legs.
Oh, that's a long leg. I need to trim that down a bit.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he'll be standing up like this.
Yeah. Well, mine's going to be like sort of that. So I think that's okay. But,
I want to see which one's better. That one or that one? High or low one?
Well, may I just show you something?
Yes.
Just, so I think what we'll do is when we put this inside, we'll actually have it so it goes sort of into the centre there, like that.
So maybe that one's better.
So if say it's there and we turn it over, I think this one. So you want to make 4 that sort of length. Okay. Yeah?
Yep.
And then what we're going to do before we put it in, if we just give it a little bit of a bend.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Sort of like that.
Kind of.
Bit like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep, no, it's like... Then you might want to give your blue clay bend as well to kind of like fit in with it.
And then we pop it in the shell like that. And then what we need to do is just sort of blend it in.
Make sure it sticks.
Make sure it sticks. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. We don't want his legs falling off, don't we?
No.
They'd be legless.
Bit like Toothless, but
Bit like Toothless, but
without a leg.
But without a leg. And then we just did exactly the same for the others.
How's your looking so far?
It's okay. I'm just drawing some toes on. So I'm drawing 3 lines on the bottom of the feet just for some toes. Right, I think we get Grandad. We order the baker. What do you reckon?
Yep. We order the baker.
So I'm going to put mine onto this one.
I'm going to
like
put
that.
our clays off of the tray.
Yeah, you can put it on this one as well. Okay. And then, do you want to pop it onto there?
I just want to put mine upside down.
Like that?
I just want to kind of sort out the legs.
That's okay. Done?
Good.
Okay.
Mine's a slouchy one.
That's all right. He can just be having a little chill out session, can't he?
Yeah, he'll be going like this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we will be back shortly. We are back and it's all done.
Yeah.
So what do we need to make now, do you think?
We need to make the head.
We need to make a head.
Because it's got no head.
I feel that my turtle kind of collapsed in the oven a little bit because he was a bit more. Now he's a sitting down turtle.
Let me see. Oh yeah.
He's sitting down.
Yours can be like sitting down talking, and mine can be like not listening.
They could be having a conversation with each other.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do his head, but I'm going to do it sort of as if it's looking around, like, you know, meerkat style.
Yeah, and my head will be like up talking.
Yes.
Like it'll be
like they're having a conversation with each other.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Right. So in order to do the head, we need to get a little bit more clay. And can I borrow your knife? Because my knife is absolutely rubbish.
Sure, let me just cut some off.
You take your bit off. I'm going to borrow your tools. Okay. And I think I might buy myself some bake shop tools because they're really good.
Yes.
Although Grandad will probably just say, use mine. And then when I use them, he'll be like, why are you using my tools? Yeah. That's what he does.
Bake Shop is really good to get stuff from.
No, Bake Shop is the brand.
Yeah.
I buy it from a shop called the Craft Seller.
Craft Seller
or Clay Seller?
Yeah.
Craft Seller or Clay Seller, I can never remember. For some reason,
I would get the tool, like the brand tools from Bake Shop, or I don't.
It's Craft Seller. I always want to say Clay Seller because that's what they sell, clay.
I would get the tools from that place. Then
we get all our stuff from that shop.
Yeah.
Because
it's so good.
It's a really good shop and it's really good value and the service is just
amazing.
Absolutely excellent. If I remember, phenomenal. I will pop a link in the description, but they're definitely in our if you click on our products, that it's definitely there. So it's just fab, absolutely fab. Right, you can have that little bit of pink back. So onto the head. So I just need to condition this a little bit because it's a
condition the work.
Because it's just come off my block. So right, so to do the head, how far have you got? Are we conditioned?
Yeah, I'm conditioned.
That's an awfully big head.
I know.
I mean, that's like
I would be frightened. He could be called long neck.
yeah, you could, yeah. Right. So I've made it about that long. And
I've made mine this long.
Okay. It's gonna have a really fat head, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's kind of got to, hasn't it?
Well, I'm gonna
trim a bit of mine.
Oh, he needs a yellow head. I'm doing purple and he needs a yellow head. Oh, what is going on?
I don't know. That's why I did my feet orange. So
having a moment.
Having your own little moment.
Having in my own little world.
Yep.
So let me just condition.
Now I'm going to use my
bit.
roller.
Okay. So you can have a flat head as well. Okay. So I'm gonna make mine into a ball. Bless you. You're not brought germs here, have you?
No.
We don't want any germs, thank you. You know what little germifiers you are?
The reason why I'm rolling it out is so that I can trim bits off.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
To make sure it's all even.
Mm-hmm. You just like rolling out.
No.
No, it's a really good idea.
Maybe you should do it.
Why? Mm-hmm. You're doing a fab job. You don't need me to do it, do you? You're doing amazing.
And I've got that much better.
Perfect. Again, right. So is that a better amount, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I knew I had too much.
So I'm going to roll it into a ball.
Me too.
And then I'm going to do like I did last time with the legs. I'm going to just squish it down a tiny bit so it's not a sausage. So it is a sausage.
But technically it's not a sausage.
Not a worm.
It's like a fat worm, but small.
Well, it can either be a really fat worm or a sausage.
It should look something like this or that.
Maybe a tiny bit long, maybe just a little bit longer, because we've got to get it up underneath. We've got to blend it onto here, haven't we?
What I'm doing is I'm doing like a thinner part.
And yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Maybe you should do that.
I'm going to do that, like that. So then...
Because then it will be something like that when it sticks down.
Yeah, perfect. And then I'm going to take my thumb and my finger and I'm just going to squish a tiny, tiny sort of... like that. Like it's not a triangle, but a triangle. So Grandma's really helpful, isn't she?
No.
So it's like a sort of, we just kind of make a sort of teardrop kind of shape, you know? So you've got sort of that type of, like that. Yeah? And then what I'm going to do is you could actually make the face there, but knowing me, I would actually ruin the face as I put it in. So I'm actually going to put the head in.
I'm doing it like this.
Like that. Yeah, that's perfect. What I think we might do though is
since it's baked.
we might put just a smidgen
Clay glue.
of clay glue.
I've got sneezes.
You really have.
Okay, no more sneezing.
No more sneezing. Right, let's see if I can get in this now.
Yeah, you got it.
I only want a tiny, tiny bit. I don't want that much. Oh, what I'll do.
I'll do it.
Well, no. What I'll do is that's enough for both of us. You need the tiniest amount, honestly. So what I can do is, if you pass me yours, I can put a bit into yours. If that's okay. So your head's going here. Yeah.
Yes. The side where there is not like a small gap. There's like a big gap.
So what I'm going to do is just put it on like that. See?
Yeah.
Just there.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
And then I'm going to put my head on and just blend it in.
So here I'm gonna I might need a little bit more.
Well, you shouldn't need any more.
I've got this long head.
So that's what I did, is I just put the head further into the middle. Like that, see?
Okay.
And don't forget, you've got to bring the head up and out like that.
I know. I'm kind of just getting my tool. Then I'm going to use the flat side to just like push it in. Because I'm not using the pointy side that much now.
Why? It won't break again.
But I know, but it's better to like pat it down, look.
Okay. If you want to borrow this one, you can.
No.
Sure?
Positive.
Okie dokie.
Oh, but I might use it for the pattern, look. Because look at the pattern it leaves.
Right.
So that's why I've used this side, because otherwise that side will just make it go silly. Maybe.
I'm actually going to use this to give him his eyes.
Do you have this? I'm gonna.
Do you want do you want to borrow one of these?
Yeah.
Probably that's the better size, yeah.
So now we're gonna use this circle kind of tool.
It's a dibber.
A dibber. So yeah, we're gonna use the dibber.
I don't know what it's called. Ball tool, I think it's called. Pretty sure it's ball tool.
We'll just call it that for now.
So I'm just gonna look. If you look how I just oh, you've already done it. Okay, I'll shut up. Very gently press in my ball tool to create the eyes.
And with the ball tool, I'm gonna kind of like make it look. Okay, what I mean is I've rubbed out the crinkles with my finger just by accident, and there you go.
And then I'm going to use the smaller end to give him some nostrils.
And I'm going. Oh, me
do you want to borrow my smaller one to use the for nostrils, or?
Yes, please. Because yeah.
Okay, I will trade you that one for your straight tool, please.
My straight tool, this one.
No, the other one. Yes, please. Thank you.
Now we're going to use another one,
which is make the mouth
really small, and I'm going to go 1, 2. Oh. And now I'm going to he's going to be happily talking.
Like
so I've got to take out a bit of its mouth.
Thank you.
Look at how I've done mine.
Oh, very cool. Oh, he does look very old. That's a good idea. I might do that, if that's okay.
Yeah. He might even be yawning. I think we're going to have to borrow a bit of black.
Yeah, I shall get some black.
So now we're going to use this clay. Obviously, it's black for the eyes. There's
Tiny
a
bit for me.
for you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Now you've got to play with it.
To
Soften it.
soften it. That's it.
You only really need well, it depends because I'm doing 2 eyes and 1 mouth. So I'm going to do all of them in black. And then I'm going to get a teeny bit of white and just do the pupils.
Oh, I'm not going to worry about pupils. My eyes are too small.
Here are our so here is my turtle.
And here is mine. He's going to go in the oven for his final bake, and then
we'll see how it looks at the end.
We'll see how it looks at the end, and we can always do a little bit more if we need to. But yeah, it's not bad for a first attempt, is it?
No.
Right.
I'm
pop him over here.
Over here on the magic tray.
We are back, and we have baked our turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, do you want to do yours first, or do you want to do mine?
Here's mine. Tired thing.
Okay, so what do you think was good?
Definitely the blending and the shell.
I think how you aged his neck was really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Can you show that show it up to the camera? That's it. And then maybe just turn it around a little bit. So I like the sort of the texture that you got on there, and I like the teeth as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm just impressed because this is my first ever turtle.
I think it's really good. I think they're more tortoises than turtles, but I think they are really good. Yeah? Yeah. And this one is mine. So, this is him. He's got a sort of a cute little face, I suppose. So,
And
we will put some glamour shots out, and
we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for
See
joining
ya.
us. Bye.